Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is an energy update. Let's see what comes in. This the viewers need to know. And we have Four of Earth, Ten of Fire, and the World. Okay. Someone's laying down their burdens here, and I do see change. Somebody's been stuck here, holding on to something that they're going to let go of. Nice, because it's time for change. A new chapter here. Wow, look at that. We got the Wheel of Fortune here. And the Chariot. And the Queen of Air. Okay, somebody here is very wise. So I feel we got someone here who's probably been holding on to something they need to let go of. But the positive energy is, I feel that, look at that, the World and the Wheel of Fortune tells me about sudden change here. Some kind of good luck, something to, and this energy of timing. So someone here may be putting on the brakes, taking a look at a situation. But it is a determination to succeed. So whatever it is that's been keeping you stuck, or holding back, it's time to let it go because you're moving in another direction. There's change, and I see good luck and timing, Wheel of Fortune. Things are starting to go in your favor here. So some of you have released something here, but I also see someone saving money, paying off bills and debt, creating beautiful change. This is absolutely gorgeous energy because this is someone who's wise, someone with experience, they're learning. So this is wisdom. Someone has become wise. Queen of Swords is a person often with experience, sometimes a person who's been hurt. So if you've been holding on to something, now's it's time to let go. But some of you definitely, I can feel the energy of financial success coming in too. But it's a determination to succeed. This is someone who's very much in control of their emotions and finding that balance too. Let me pull out another deck here and see what else is coming up with this energy. Tell me about this Four of Earth. Yeah, someone's putting something behind, feeling a little beat up, feeling like giving up, but it's saying don't give up because you're almost there. Ten of Fire. This could be somebody who's been saving money to pay off debt, but it's also an energy of someone who's been focusing on maybe one thing too much. But you can see there's some sort of success putting something behind. Gorgeous energy. Yeah, look at the Queen of Swords coming out. Yeah, somebody could be just taking back their power here. But this is about making wise choices. I feel some choices you made in the past are about to pay off. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the World. Yeah, I see Judgment. So this is an energy of change, making wise choices and decisions. Okay, I feel this is an energy of telling you that you may, and this could be something happening now too, okay, where you have to make a choice, a decision, a judgment. See, out with the old, in with the new. It is often a healing energy, but this is a big decision, and something here is going to pay off, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so I feel someone here definitely keeping things to themselves, playing it safe. Yeah, some of you are pretty content here, but I feel things are about to get better too. This is such a lovely energy. Tell me about the Chariot. Yeah, so I do see focusing a lot on finances here. Slow and steady wins the race, staying in control, keeping everything balanced. But this is also assessing, some of you are assessing a situation. So if you have to make a decision, and often the Queen of Swords will show up when there's a decision that needs to be made. It's about putting something down, but not giving up on any goals or anything that you're hoping to achieve. And I see some of you achieving it. I do see being content. Yeah, but I see playing it safe and being cautious. Now, if this is another person coming your way, they could be putting on the brakes and taking another look. But I feel like you're protecting what's yours here with this energy. That's why the Queen of Air is here. See the swords up, learning those lessons. Let's have a look at the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air. Yeah, we got somebody here this is someone who I feel kind of has pretty much everything they need, good luck and timing. But I do see a little crush and a longing for love. But this is also letting go of something from the past that could be keeping you stuck. Now, if it's not yourself, it could be a person around you. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. This is a person assessing, looking at a situation. See, it's all about letting go of past and moving forward. Yeah, we got two people, similar energy, Two of Cups coming together. So definitely there's this longing for love. Some of you could have a crush too. You might cross paths with someone or connect with someone. It's like just about the right time. Everything happens at the right time here. Look at this beautiful energy. Now, I wouldn't be surprised some of you have had a power struggle with someone in the past too, where you've put your sword up. See, past energy, but there is definitely a little romanticizing here. See, I feel there's this reminiscing. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so this is about trusting your intuition. You already know the answers you're seeking, okay? See, some of you definitely holding on to some memories, but it's an energy of trusting your own intuition, okay? It's an energy of paying attention to the signs, the signals. It's telling you to let go of something. But you know what's interesting? I feel like you already know this is also an energy of someone who's holding on to someone where they don't want to let go. So it's telling you to look at that. What you're holding on to that's keeping you stuck. Okay, but I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking, and some of you already know what you're going to do here. Queen of Swords, a decision. See, letting go of baggage, burdens, taking responsibility. This is about taking responsibility for your own life, your own path too. But this is a judgment here. I feel some of you made a decision. Yeah, look, out with the old, in with the new. Look at that. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is crazy energy. Look at that. See, learning to look before you leap. There's been lessons learned, but this is wisdom. See, somebody with experience. So there is a decision. Out with the old, in with the new. See, it's healing. Some of you have healed. You're letting go of something. And if you haven't and you're still holding on to something that's keeping you stuck, okay? There's clarity, seeing things clearly. So I do see the start of something new. But out with the old. It could be anything. Belief, habits, patterns, whatever's keeping you stuck. But I still feel an energy of two people who possibly haven't let each other go. But like I say, out with the old, in with the new. Yeah, you're making a wise choice. But I do see a little crush and longing. So some of you could actually have a crush here. Look at that. Taking a step back, seeing things differently. Okay, looking at things different. Yeah. It's all about making decisions when you're calm. So it's telling you to make these decisions when you're calm. I do see seeing the bigger picture. Oh my gosh, see, this is about looking forward, happiness. See, putting all those cups on the table. See, you've got things to look forward to. It's telling you to look at the bright side, to look at the things that you have to look forward to. There's that Wheel of Fortune. Look how that's flowing. And there we have the Fool. See, looking before you leap, but I see something really beautiful coming in, a lot of happiness and joy. Now, this definitely looks like a person, a connection. If you have a choice and you're deciding to cut somebody out, or because they're keeping you stuck, or you're maybe holding on to something here. Yeah, looks like another person. I feel good luck and timing too. Things are actually starting to go in your favor. But it's saying to look before you leap. See, this is a reflection on the past, reflecting on it. One last look over your shoulder. Yeah, if you got a choice to make between people or situations here, I feel like you're going to choose wisely. And I do think you're going to make good decisions. This is really, really positive. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Look at that. Yeah, there's a King of Pentacles energy here. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, this is an energy of whether someone is sincere, being wise. Now, this is could be a crush or longing, or there's this reminiscing. There's definitely some reminiscing. See, reflecting on a situation. Now, this could be somebody who was stuck or stubborn, maybe being selfish. Who knows, right? It could be anything. Even often people holding on to a grudge. It's about letting it go, okay? And I do see this beautiful energy. This is habits, lifestyle, patterns. See, it's beliefs, right? I feel some of you already know. You've already made a decision, but this looks like decisions made in the past. Now something's about to pay off here. Yeah, look at that. This is lovely because this shows habits, patterns, lifestyle, some sort of change, and necessary changes. If you have a person who comes in, okay, or someone tries to come back around and they haven't changed, okay, for the better, this is where you're going to cut someone out, because this is where you take back your power. But there is a powerful connection here. This is about two people. So I do feel it's an out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, it's all about making the right choices. So everyone's path and timing's different here too. But the Hierophant is about two people being on the same page, two people who get each other, understand each other. It's about having faith. See, it's is where you have faith in yourself that you're making the right choices. King of Pentacles is a person who is often, I mean, if you've had a person here who was stuck or stubborn, selfish, refused to budge, cooperate, or compromise, that's likely what you're letting go. But I do see this energy of new and good luck and timing. So something about the timing and this beautiful, I see patterns, habits, lifestyle changes too, necessary changes. Yeah, your sword's up. See, this is someone with experience. Let me have a look at this King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is generally somebody who's stable and grounded, sensible, practical. Often a person who often prepares for the future. And you can see we have Temperance, see, being prepared. Someone here, if you have a person who didn't come in right, it's possible they could come back around. It's about coming in right, being prepared. But I feel like some of you are, your sword's up, you're prepared. Yeah, see, there's experience here. But I definitely see a crush here. And I do see out with the old and in with the new. So this looks like a new person. Now, there could be something about these two people that's similar. Yeah, I mean, this looks very, very positive, happiness, but it's saying to take a step back, look at things a little differently. This could be someone different than your usual type, or it has to do with learning about your type. Do you have a specific type of person? It's telling you to look at that. See, it's recognizing your type. Maybe a different type of person here. Now, this does not mean you are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is about wisdom, learning, okay? Learning those lessons, see, learning something. Making sure you're on the same page. I do see some sort of an agreement here, too. I feel some of you have other things going on, contracts, negotiation, agreements, things that, choices you've made in the past. See? That are coming towards you here. So there's likely a few things going on for some of you. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So I feel like this person, this is a person looking ahead, planning, preparing. Someone's preparing. I think the Queen of Swords is someone prepared. Yeah, we have a little aha moment. See the enlightenment? Someone's enlightening someone. It has to do with truth. This may not even be your energy. It could be another person telling someone a truth. And there is that little aha moment. But this looks like some kind of victory. This is a victory. Some of you definitely got some kind of contract, negotiation, a job, something you've applied for, worked hard for. This is such a positive energy. Oh my goodness. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Tell me about this connection. There's a connection here. Yeah, you've got a King of Cups coming in here. See some sort of connection. And this is someone all up in their feels. Somebody here is planning and preparing here. But I do think it's an energy of seeing truth about a specific person too. It's all about ending something. Yeah. I think you are. If you have choices, you already know what you're going to do. Okay, but some of you have already done this. You've already completed this. You're reflecting on it and you're ready to go down a new path. But you are looking before you leap. See, playing it safe. Now, the King of Pentacles is also someone who's kind of cautious. They have a tendency to kind of keep things to themselves until they're sure, right, that you're on the same page. But this is also the King of Cups. So it's somebody here all up in their feels, how somebody's feeling. It's about expressing themselves. Somebody who's emotionally available. So if you have a type that's often emotionally unavailable, this is something you're learning about that. But you've got someone coming in, crushing and longing here. Yeah, this is coming in quickly too. Look at that. This is a beautiful change. And I do see some of you having choices to make. Maybe multiple opportunities. But it could be someone here a little bit overwhelmed. But the interesting thing is they're assessing the situation. Someone's leaving something behind. Somebody's ended something here. It could even be the other person. I feel like some of you already know. Okay, you already know. Someone may have enlightened you or told you, a little aha moment. Likely a little different for everyone, but this is about two people talking. Okay. Someone's been looking at this. This is a person who's often leaving that past behind. Slow and steady wins the race. It has to do with being sincere. Okay, making sure someone is sincere. That's the lessons too. But it's a person who's leaving something behind here, I feel, as well. Being kind of stuck here. A little stubborn energy though, because I do see that someone being a little stubborn. But someone's letting that go. Now it could be an energy of control too. See, I feel that maybe you had a power struggle with someone here. I wouldn't be surprised, but the sword's up regardless. But I still feel some of you already know the truth. You already know. I feel it could be somebody enlightening you or telling you. Someone's crushing. There's a longing for love. You can see. I don't know if somebody was keeping a secret here. This is often people who keep secrets. They keep it all in. They keep it to themselves. I mean, it could be a secret crush. But it almost looks like it's this person who's been keeping all their feelings to themselves, not saying anything. And the whole thing is why. So let's have a look at why. This is where things move quickly. I mean, it's often comes in very quickly. It's communication, but it's about gaining momentum, making a move. It's movement. And it has to do with the Chariot, someone taking control and taking the lead. Anything to do with work, contract negotiations, I feel like you are definitely, I really feel, and I do see a large purchase too, but I feel like you're about to succeed at something. But there's this, oh yeah, this is all about why too. See, it's an energy of this why, the enlightenment, that little aha moment. Some of you already know. Someone here's got feelings and they've been holding on, haven't let you go. So I see that too. But this is about yourself. Protecting yourself. The Queen of Swords has their sword up. See, learning, being in protective mode. Someone's protecting their heart too. Very interesting energy. This is someone coming in, putting their best foot forward, planting the seed, building a foundation. Look at that. So I feel like there is a little romanticizing here. Somebody offering up that pentacle. Some of you definitely have a new crush. I can see out with the old, in with the new. You're ready for new. You're letting go of baggage. You're just leaving things behind. But this is about trusting your own inner knowing. I feel like you already know. You already know the choice you're going to make here. But the interesting thing is this person coming in with this pentacle. Somebody who comes in right. See, this is somebody here, for somebody to come in right, to be stable, to be ready. And there's that sincerity. And I do see an agreement, maybe taking things slow here. But I still feel there's work situation for some of you. Something you've been working really hard for, saving money for, or just preparing. See, it's also about the Queen of Swords being prepared. That's why I feel some of you, there's a work situation. Others of you, I see a gift or some sort of, yeah, it's the start. Yeah, some of you, it's work, but it's about putting in effort. Someone's gone within. Into me, I see, putting in effort. Justice and harmony, things going in your favor. This is seeing things in a very favorable light. I feel there's a couple things going on, but I love the justice here too. Look at this energy. What is this shift? See, there's this change. It looks like it's something happening fairly quickly. Kind of just comes in out of the blue. But I feel like there's prepared. And if you haven't been, this is somebody telling you. Okay, like it's almost like you already know. But it looks to me, a lot of you, it's just decisions you've made in the past are coming to fruition, something you've been wanting. And I do see work, building, putting in effort. Somebody wants to build. See, this is about partnership of stability, and this could be a partnership to do with work too. But I see a connection, see, coming together, some kind of an agreement. But don't be afraid to negotiate, okay? Don't be afraid to negotiate, okay? Just a little bit, but it's about looking before you leap too, thinking things through. I definitely see an energy of yourself being very confident too. I'm loving this. This is like, this whole new energy of feeling confident. I'm loving this because this is harmony and balance. Justice is in your favor. And this is also an energy of somebody coming in just right. Look, as soon as I flip this over, it's just all here. It's like crazy, crazy energy. It's just something coming to fruition. There's no doubt about it. But I feel with the Empress, see, this is yourself taking back your power. See, you're in control of yourself here too. But this is about being open to new. And I actually feel this is definitely somebody new. And it could be a new job, new love interest, and I wouldn't even be surprised both. But this is about emotional fulfillment. Two people talking, having a conversation here. But it's about the harmony between two people. Now, this is about being fair too. See, the Queen of Air is about being fair. Yeah, something being fair. I do see kindness, compassion, a very caring energy, but it's about cooperating, compromising. See, someone here is taking off that pentacle, ready to cooperate and compromise, but it's about two people who build each other up. They lift each other up. This is about skills, what someone brings to the table. That's why I feel some of you, there's a work situation too. But this is beautiful with the Empress here, beautiful creative energy. See, it's like a decision that you've made and this path that you're going down. It's like you've created this. You've actually been the one, I feel, doing that work too. But somebody here wants to build. That's why I feel. See, some of the skills, they bring something to the table. So it's all about past, but I still feel some of you have a crush coming in. Let's have a look at this. I feel like you already know. A little bit of romanticizing. Now, the King of Pentacles isn't always the most emotional outwardly, and neither is the Queen of Swords. So it's saying to kind of maybe put your sword down a little bit, because I do see the tables turning. See, it's about being in protective mode. If there is somebody here who's been, harboring feelings, keeping something to themselves, it's definitely being exposed. But there's so much happiness here. I feel like some of you, the message is looking forward, looking at the bright sides, looking into the future. It's all about being ready. Look at that. This is about interest, investing, patience, learning patience too. But it's all about somebody investing in this situation. See, there's interest. So this is just a crush. It has to do with interest. See, somebody's going to reach out like, are you interested? You want to get together, talk, collaborate. But it's about, as far as relationship energy, it's about doing things together, spending time together. See, being invested. Wow. Tell me about this Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it's about going on a date, showing interest. So there is definitely a little romantic energy, putting in effort, being a little more romantic. But it is definitely a communication that somebody is taking action. Wow, wow, wow. But it's an energy of someone coming in right. Somebody coming in right. Feel like you're going to use your wisdom, your knowledge, the things that you already know to make the right choices. But I still feel for some of you, it's somebody enlightening someone. See, this is somebody enlightening someone, telling them a truth. Somebody just says it like it is. They don't hold back. I see very clear communication, somebody making things very clear. I feel at this point you can probably put your sword down a little bit. One more on that Queen of Swords. Yeah, you've got an Emperor. We have an Emperor and Empress energy, but this is, I feel, a situation, definitely. I mean, this could be a boss, you know, a higher paid position here, but it's about achieving goals, creativity, collaborating. But this is really interesting because this Emperor is somebody who is possibly making it happen. But the Empress also makes things happen. You can see someone who takes control of a situation. It's a person who's determined to succeed, so it's achieving goals. So it's sort of like, what does somebody hope to achieve? See, that goals and ambition. So I really like this energy. The Emperor is definitely sitting right here too. You can see this energy. It's about new. It's about clarity. Tell me about the Emperor. It's definitely this person. See, there's financial stability. It's somebody coming in right. They've been preparing, I feel. Yeah, there's a spark. See, creativity, something really, really passionate here. There's desire, but it very well could be a work situation. But it's about the things that you have in common, but it's also about skills. See what somebody brings to the table here. Someone very creative, very passionate. See, there's ambition, but it is a passionate new beginning. It's often a spark, attraction. I wonder if there's somebody who's been holding a bit of a torch here. Something's being learned. Who is this Queen of Swords? I feel this is somebody around you, or this person knows. Tell me about, it could be just this person speaking about you here. Whoops, these cards are flying everywhere. Who is the Queen of Swords? I feel like I need to dig into who that is. Whoops. This almost went flying. Now the cards are all upside down. There we go. King and Queen of Swords. Yeah, so clearing up confusion. So this is definitely someone speaking truth. See, there's something going to be learned here. Something that was unknown is going to be known. It's all about clarity and clearing up confusion. I see truth. So someone was definitely in a confused energy. And look at that. See, there's going to be clarity. Speaking truth. It's about someone's intentions. So if there was some sort of confusion or things that were unknown, it's going to be known. Now, like I say, somebody here maybe, I mean, I'm not feeling secret admirer, but I am feeling someone who's been keeping feelings to themselves, not saying anything, because there's this confusion and there is enlightenment and truth. Something's about to be cleared up. Wow. Like, wow. Whoever this is has been kind of planning and preparing kind of what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, because I can see assessing, and it is communication. It's about being sincere. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles wanting to come out, which is kind of a given. It's about being gracious, very calm. So it's saying to be calm, to look at the situation before you decide. But I feel like it's like you already know, and you've already, thought this through thoroughly. But I still feel there's someone telling someone. There's something that needs to be cleared up, definitely. And you can see it's being cleared up, and there's happiness. Everything's out in the open. Okay? No secrets. Everything needs to be known. It's all about being exposed, but it's a victory. And this is where it goes in both people's favor. See, often contracts, negotiations, agreements going in both people's favor. So it's a win-win for both people. But it's telling you to look at it very, very carefully, every little detail. Okay, make sure everything is very clear. Watch what you're signing, any kind of contracts or negotiations. But it looks as though, as far as relationships, this is just energy. The relationships, making sure you're on the same page and that you're in agreement here. Okay? Look at it carefully. Take your time and be patient. It's about not rushing in. Okay? You can put on the brakes a little bit. Take things a little slow. But this is about determination to succeed. You have somebody here who's determined to succeed, and it has to do with this King of Cups as well. See, it's about emotional fulfillment. This is somebody here all up in their fields wanting to communicate. They're making a move. This is about movement, gaining momentum. And there's definitely a lot to do with finances and partnerships and long-term stability. Yeah, the Queen of Cups as well. Kindness, compassion, see, being open to receive. Some of you definitely aren't budging or giving in to anyone. You're open to receive, but you're not giving. Especially if you've given to somebody in the past and you didn't get something that you wanted, which is often the Nine of Cups. So I do see this energy of two people being cautious and playing it a little safe here. Yeah, this is a beautiful energy though. So it's telling you to look before you leap, to reflect on past lessons you've learned. Make sure everything is clear. Make sure there's nothing hidden. Okay, all has to be exposed. Gorgeous. Take care. Bye for now.